Are the Fender Hello Kitty Fuzz and the Fender Hammertone Fuzz effectively the same fuzz pedal but with radically different price points? Well, that's what we're going to find out in this video. Now, how did we get here? Well, a few months ago I purchased the Fender Hello Kitty Fuzz with my own money, I might add, and it is a beautifully cute but horribly evil sounding fuzz pedal, and I mean that in the best of ways. This is a spluttery, splattery, ripping Velcro-esque beast of a fuzz pedal. It's amazing for sludge and doomy riffs. It's great with a baritone guitar as well. Proof of that is in the detailed dedicated video I did of this pedal, if you'd like to check that out at some point. So I really like this pedal, and I love the Hello Kitty branding as well, and I know many of you will also feel the same way about it. But many of the comments on the internet, and actually many of the comments under my own video about the Hello Kitty Fuzz, were basically saying that the Hammertone Fuzz is a much more affordable version of the same fuzz circuit with the added bonus of an upper octave fuzz switch. And what I want to do here is very quickly run these two pedals into a loop to tell you if that is indeed the case or not. Now, timestamps to the loop where I'm going to be playing the two pedals is going to be down there if you'd like to skip directly to that part of the video to hear the proof for yourself. But let me very quickly run through what we're looking at with these two pedals. Now, the black version of the Hello Kitty Fuzz came out in 2025. Like I said, purchased it with my own money. It was just over 100 euros, and you'll pay similar in dollars if you'd like to get this one for yourself. You've got this beautiful Hello Kitty branding all over it, 3 knobs, tone, fuzz, and a level control, and the really nice Hello Kitty logo is peeping out at you from here. And this is where the octave fuzz switch is on the Hammertone Fuzz chassis, which otherwise is identical on the front, apart from the design and the addition of that switch. Top mounted jacks on both of the pedals. You can power them both via a standard 9-volt power supply or via a 9-volt battery, and both of the pedals have an internal tone trim pot, which are doing the same thing. Basically, they come from the factory all the way up, and the more you turn them down, the more high end you're rolling off from your signal. But my personal experience with the Hello Kitty Fuzz is that it is a very dark, moody beast of a fuzz anyway, and so I like to keep the factory setting exactly as it was, with the tone all the way up, and I do all of my own tonal tweaking via the pedal itself, and normally via the guitar's volume control as well. So that's the Hello Kitty, and this is the Hammertone Fuzz. And here we're looking at a much more no-frills, utilitarian visual aesthetic, a sort of hammered metal chassis, and we've got purple embellishments via the Fuzz logo and the Fender witch hat knobs as well. You've also got that mini octave switch there. Flick that up to engage the octave fuzz circuit, which you will hear in the musical part of the video. Even though the Hello Kitty doesn't have that octave fuzz circuit, I will show this to you anyway. Otherwise, top mounted jacks, power it via a 9-volt battery or a 9-volt power supply, and you've got the same tonal internal trim pot as the Hello Kitty Fuzz. Now, in terms of price, this one set me back 70 euros, so it's way cheaper than the Hello Kitty Fuzz was, and I think this is about $100 in America, depending on where you shop. So it's a much cheaper affair than the Hello Kitty Fuzz as well. Now, the one other difference that I found out about on the Fender product pages for these two fuzzes is that the Hello Kitty Fuzz is op-amp fuzz, so it's op-amp powered, and we've got silicon diodes in the Hammertone Fuzz. Could those be the components that make the tonal difference worthwhile in these two pedals? Well, we're about to find that out in a minute, and it's time for me to put this to a test tonally. Now, I'm going to be using my Hughes & Kettner Black Spirit 200 floor amp today, and I've chosen to use that amp that I never basically use on this channel because it's got 2 pre-loops in it, and you can think of that as basically being a 2-channel looper switcher. So when they're active, the pedals will be in the circuit. When they're not active, they'll be totally out of the circuit. So it's not like I'm running one of these pedals into the other. They're totally separate, so they shouldn't be affecting one another in any sort of a tonal way. Fuzz pedals can be a bit fiddly with that sort of thing, so we're avoiding that by doing this here. Now, when one of the pedals is active, you'll see a red arrow pointing at it. Occasionally I've stacked them, so you'll see 2 red arrows, but that's how it's going to work. I'll also run the pedals into the clean channel of the amp and the crunch channel of the amp as well, so you get to hear how they work with a totally clean, pristine amp and with a cooking, crunchy, overdriven amplifier as well. Now, in terms of the loop, that's been played on the bridge single coil pickup of my Fender Telecaster into my Boss RC10 looper. Links to everything down in the description and comments if you'd like to check any of that stuff out. But let's listen now. I don't think it's going to take too long for you guys to decide whether or not you think these pedals sound identical or whether or not they sound a little bit different. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll tell you mine after the loop is done. So that was the Fender Hello Kitty Fuzz up against the Fender Hammertone Fuzz, and I hope that this little loop has opened your eyes, and indeed your ears, to which one of these pedals you think sounds better, and which one you might want to consider adding to your own pedal board, to your own guitar rig in the future. Let me know in the comments what you think. Did they sound any different to you? Because to my ears, well, they sound 99.9% the same in all settings, except of course when you add in the beautiful octave up fuzz circuit on the Hammertone Fuzz. And yes, the Hello Kitty might be an op-amp fuzz, and yes, the Hammertone Fuzz might be a silicone diode fuzz on paper, but in practice, with my ears, in a live band, in a mix, in a recording, I don't think you're ever going to hear the difference between these two fuzzes. They both sound great, and you could tweak both of them, in my opinion, to sound 100% identical and fool anybody as to which was one and which was the other. Or am I actually going a little bit crazy, and they do sound more different than my ears are telling me? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and tell me which one of these two you would buy. Well, at first glance, obviously the Hammertone Fuzz seems like the better value for money option. It's considerably cheaper in terms of dollars, and it has that amazing octave fuzz circuit in it as well. However, the Hello Kitty is a Hello Kitty pedal. It's got that amazingly cute branding, it's very collectible in that sense, and probably used prices on these are going to go up at some point in future. But if you're just buying to play and you don't care what they look like, well, in my opinion, the Hammertone Fuzz is of course going to be the way to go, because it basically sounds exactly the same as the Hello Kitty, and you've got that wonderful octave up version of the fuzz sound as well. So that would be my choice if I was going to be buying one of these two again, but I'm happy to have both, and stacking them both together was a wonderfully disgusting broken noise that I may end up utilizing at some point in the future as well. But listen, I hope that this video has given us all a little bit of closure over that often asked question: are the Hello Kitty Fuzz and the Hammertone Fuzz basically the same in terms of sounds? And the answer is of course yes. Yes, they are. But anyway, if you'd like to learn more about the Hello Kitty Fuzz, I have that dedicated video elsewhere on my channel, so you can go and watch that to hear a smorgasbord of tones with that pedal, including baritone sounds as well. And if you'd like to watch any of the other many fuzz pedal videos that I've got on my channel, well, a couple of those should be appearing as if by magic right about now. Give me a like and a sub if you're still here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.